Hello, PJ back here once again. Thought it'd be cool to share a little bit of flying with my new Avata, the DJI FPV, the small one. That is a really cool drone. So I went down to Safety Harbor Memorial Park, and it's a beautiful setting. The only problem was it was crazy windy. So I thought it'd be cool to show you the two aspects of flying the drone, of what the drone does with the rocksteady to stabilize the video out of the camera, and also what the view the pilot sees through the goggles. And again, these goggles provide all the symbology of your need. If you look on the bottom of the screen, it tells you high wind velocity, tells you the altitude, tells you that the height, 75, 77 feet, cruise along, and the distance away from me as we're flying. Also shows you the percentage of battery life and also the minutes and seconds of flying that you can get out of the battery, along with the battery strength itself out of the RC, the remote controller, and the actual drone itself, and how many satellites, which presently I got 16 satellites. And you see the goggles are showing a 97% for the goggle battery as well. So a lot of information on the screen. Shows you 3 different battery strengths, which is pretty cool. But as you notice, the wind is just kicking around this little drone. The drone is very, very lightweight, and so it's just being kicked around. Now I could have selected, instead of the steady video, I could have selected the horizon level mode, and that would have kept it perfectly level. But again, I wanted to demonstrate just how it handles and how the pilot looks like the drone's getting really squirrely as we're flying along. And if you notice that little H flying along top right corner of the screen right now, that tells you where the home point is, basically where I'm standing. So it's kind of neat because if you're out in the middle of nowhere, it'll show you where the pilot actually is. So if you don't have points to navigate by, then it'll tell you which way to go to come back home. Also, that little circle in the center of the pilot screen, wherever you put the circle, that's where the drone's going to fly. This particular video was flown with a motion controller, and then right after that I went to the DJI remote control, which I find it much more favorable than the motion controller. But the motion controller is kind of cool because it's a single-handed joystick that you fly around with. So it only takes one hand. So it's just neat to practice with it. Again, it's kind of labeled for beginners, but then again, a lot of seasoned people really like it too. And obviously anybody with a hand injury, arm injury, it's really nice because you only need one to operate it. Also for vets maybe with missing a limb, be perfect for that. And anyone actually, anyone handicapped missing the limb itself. So here I'm flying back to the actual park, and if you look at the little sail platform on the left, just went out of view, that's where I'm actually sitting. And I'm not looking at the drone itself, I'm looking through the goggles, and I could be pointing any direction and still see the same view, which is really cool. You could be in your car doing it. And of course I do have a safety spotter there with me. So I'm coming in for a landing. And if you notice, the H is getting closer to the center. And again, that's where I'm at, the home point. And notice the altitude is dropping, only at 11 feet now. So I'm descending nicely, coming in for a landing. And it's me sitting in the table there, the little metal table underneath the sails. So we're coming in for a landing. And again, I just want to share the pilot view versus the camera view for anyone that's never messed around with first-person view drone flying. And if you see the symbology on the right side, it tells you to press the brake button to cancel landing. So you just tap that guy twice to land, and then you hold it to make it land. And then it tells you again, make sure the aircraft is safe for landing, that there's nothing underneath. So, just want to let everybody see and check it out and see what you think. I'm going to make another one. I flew my DJI FPV, the original one, the OG, right after this. So it's a whole different type of flying, and it actually flew a lot better because it's heavy. And it's considerably faster. Pretty much double the speed. So I hope everyone enjoyed it. Thanks for checking in, and hope you liked the video. More coming. Thanks a lot.